Hello, fellas. I just have to say that I really enjoyed this pay-per-view. Yeah, maybe it wasn't promoted, maybe, but it really was a lovely card to watch. I'm telling you, I enjoyed every single second, and it was a really, really nice piece of play. It really was a nice card to watch. And if you're asking me, every second of this card was really nice. It was a really, really nice place to be. Unfortunately, we've seen that Volkanovski's fight was a robbery alongside Zubair Tukugov's fight, and I don't think. I think actually that Zubair Tukugov won the fight. I also think he was robbed, but I'm always trying to be realistic. And about Zubair Tukugov's fight, I mean, I'm gonna tell you. 10 out of 13 picks, 2 out of 3 bets. But from what I've seen, I need to say that Zubair Tukugov really won the match. I mean, against Alex Brenner, he really, really won that fight. And he was better, he was more dominant, he was marching forward. And I need to say sometimes it's pretty much a shade. And then we seen Blake Wilder defeating Shane Young. That was my second hit. I saw Wilder because of his amazing wrestling. I saw Wilder as the opponent who's gonna win here. Loma Ukbunmi versus Alice Reed. I expected Ukbunmi to win, but I didn't expect Loma to win via finish because I really didn't know that Loma has a decent submission game. That's something I haven't seen before then. Jack Jenkins versus Don Shainis. As expected, we've seen a victory of Jack Jenkins. But to be honest, we've seen a nice, solid performance of Don Shainis alongside his angle changes. I mean, Don Shainis could be a decent opponent in the future. Now, when people start throwing him that he knows nothing, etc., he can be a decent opponent in the future. Let's be honest. He can really be a decent opponent in the future. Then Jamie Malarkey versus Francisco Prado. The undefeated guy got smoked by Jamie Malarkey's great angle cutting, by great moment, and by great performance of Jamie Malarkey. He defeated an undefeated young gun, and we'll see whether Prado gonna improve in the future. This was my first miss of the card. Then Clayton Rodriguez defeated Sean Ross via first round TKO. Clayton Rodriguez really did a wonderful job. As soon as the fight opened, Clayton Rodriguez attacked hard. He even landed a brutal head kick, and he was spinning. He was throwing some heavy bombs, and I had no dilemma on Clayton Rodriguez, like easy win for him. Then Joshua Kulibao versus Melsik Bagdasaryan. He had not gone the distance, but I actually thought Melsik was gonna gun him out. That's how I thought it was gonna go. I thought Melsik Bagdasaryan was gonna gun him out. Unfortunately, it didn't go that way. Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't go that way, and Gun got gunned. Then Modestas Bakauskas versus Tyson Pedro. Oh, Modestas, thanks a ton, man. Thanks a ton, my friend Modestas, because believe it or not, this was an epic victory for me. I won a lot of money on that, and Modestas really, really helped me a lot. What a great victory by Modestas Bakauskas. He looked amazing, he looked impressive, and against his opponent, we have seen the new version of Modestas. When I was saying that Modestas has a new version of himself, now people were saying that I'm high, that I'm on crack. But okay, guys, I was high, I was on crack, I accept that, but Modestas won, and that's one and only thing that matters, right? I mean, I was high, yes, but Modestas won, so I think it's a winning situation for both of us, as Modestas was cutting angles nicely. He looked amazing against Pedro, and he didn't let Pedro out-wrestle him, so one can't criticize Modestas Bakauskas for his actions. He really did a wonderful job when it comes to his actions, when it comes to performance, and I only missed one fight, and Jimmy Crute versus Alonzo Manifield was my second miss. Alonzo Manifield won the first round, and Jimmy Crute won the round won the round with a score of 10-8 because of a point abduction. Very much legal point abduction because Manifield was really grabbing the fence, and he really grabbed the fence. I mean, let's be honest. He really grabbed the fence. He made a mistake. He should have never done that because he was up on the scorecards. I don't know why he did it, honestly. He made a big mistake, and that big mistake cost him a lot. And Justin Taffa destroyed Parker Porter. This was also another of my bets, and easy win, very much easy win for Justin Taffa. Parker Porter was rushing forward. He was having all the heart of this world, but something didn't go well for him, as well as you've seen. Something really didn't go well for him as he got smoked. And great performance by Taffa. Jack Della Maddalena, I had fight not going the distance versus Randy Brown. And I didn't expect Randy Brown to get submitted, honestly. I was thinking it was a 50-50 fight, but it seems I overrated Randy Brown and I underrated Jack Della Maddalena, and I owe an apology to Jack Della Maddalena for that. Nate Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett. I had this fight going over 2.5. It was also my bet, but it didn't come to fruition. So Yair won, and I'm very glad that Yair won. We got a second Mexican champ in the history. But I failed here. Then Makhachev versus Volkanovski. Guys, I said Makhachev was gonna win, and I was right about that. I'm glad if I was right, but man, it was a horrible robbery. I mean, I'm going to make a detailed breakdown when I have time. Unfortunately, now I don't have much of a time to break it down, but Volkanovski won round 1 100%. In round 5, Volkanovski dropped him. I mean, let's be honest. Volkanovski dropped him in round 5. When you drop somebody, when it's a knockdown, at least it should be 10-8 round, because Volkanovski stayed on the top. He dominated. He was extremely dominant in round 5, so it should have at least been 10-8. Like round 4, Makhachev was controlling him, but Volkanovski didn't do much of a damage. But Volkanovski wasn't dominated. Volkanovski wasn't smoked out. In the case, I mean, like many people say, he was not smoked out, and that's what I'm trying to pinpoint. That round 4, okay, it was fair scoring, but no way for me Makhachev won. No way. I mean, round 3, round 4 clean for Makhachev. Round 2 could have gone either way. Was very close, but I would give it to Volkanovski. But round 5 could have been 10-8. Easily could have been 10-8. I will break it down when I have a bit more time. So have a great day, everyone. Goodbye. And I hope to stream tonight, but I'm unsure. My health is kind of fucked up, so we'll see. Maybe tomorrow I'm gonna break it down. We'll see.